We often have this sense that the world is depending on us, that we were born into this world for a specific purpose that we must accomplish and contribute to some bigger story, that everything we do is incredibly important. However, if we took a moment to look down at the dirt and up at the stars with a little examination, we quickly realize that we barely have any idea what we are looking at, and that perhaps we are wrong in our feeling that we are fundamentally important to anything beyond ourselves. As humans, we are merely a blink in the universe's seemingly indiscernible story. We live on a tiny wet rock rotating around a star in a single part of a single galaxy in a group of other galaxies amongst thousands of other groups of galaxies known as galaxy clusters. And the galaxy cluster we are in is amongst thousands of more clusters, all of which make up what we believe to be the universe. Something so large and perplexing the human brain can't even comprehend any of what was just said. Based on science, this whole universe thing started 13.7 billion years ago, expanding out of the Big Bang. It is also believed that from this moment right now, the universe will continue for some more billions of years, and then its energy will burn out and everything will end in what science is coining the Big Freeze. The strangest part in all of this is that we don't even know if any of what we think we know is true. In any case, it is fair to argue that if any of this is even close to true, essentially nothing we do in our life matters to anything beyond ourselves. That we are an insignificant and meaningless being, strung along by an indifferent universe that cares very little about our opinions, hopes, accomplishments, and failures. The idea that we are not important and that nothing we do matters to anything beyond us might sound upsetting and disappointing at first. However, it is incredibly liberating. Our common delusion that we know what we are doing and why we are doing it, the delusion that what we do will matter to the universe or some discernible bigger story. This delusion brings on a level of anxiety, guilt, and pressure that can never be satiated, an unnecessary and never-ending need to achieve higher and higher levels of things, regardless of what is good for us or what we truly want to do with our life. In recognizing everyone's fundamental unimportance and the absurdity of everything, the weight of the universe slides off our shoulders. The pressure of needing to do anything specific or to live life any certain way releases from our consciousness. Realizing this does not suggest that we should just give up and sit on the couch and do nothing. It does, however, suggest that we can and should intentionally choose what we wish to do with our lives and not succumb to any social or psychological pressure to live any other way. Ironically, the beauty of living on a planet in a universe where we don't matter much, if at all, is that if there is no inherent meaning to our life, we get to decide what means what to us. We get to decide how we want to live. Therefore, we must examine deeply and patiently into ourselves and discover what it is we wish to do with our life, not what the universe wishes to do with it, not what other people wish to do with it, but what we wish to do with it. Despite what our psychology and culture might often try to convince us, we don't necessarily need to pursue the highest position in our career field. We don't necessarily need to scale our business. We don't necessarily need to become world famous for our art. We can do or try to do these things if we want, but we must honestly consider how these things will affect our lives before deciding if we want to do them, and in the process also realize that if we do or don't do them, we remain just as important and unimportant as anyone else. There is only one reason to do anything instead of nothing in life. It is not wealth, fame, status, or power. It is finding a sense of energy, connection, expression, and enjoyment in the action of doing the things we choose to do. Life is far more flexible to our wishes than we often think, so long as we are willing to make the right sacrifices. For many of us, we can live life how we would like to. In order to do so, though, we must omit any and all of the extra nonsense that people have told us is important, but isn't to us, and find what is important to us, and do that. In the end, so long as you find financial comfort, so long as you feel engaged in your life, and so long as you aren't harming anybody along the way, you've done as much as anyone can ever do, and you can stop feeling guilty about needing to do more whenever you'd like. Thank you for watching. If you found enjoyment and value in this video, please give it a thumbs up, share your thoughts in the comments below, and if you are not already, be sure to subscribe to our channel. We are constantly coming out with new videos to help you experience life with clarity and wonder.